In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Sumifs and Averageifs in Microsoft Excel. To start, we are going to set up a simple table that has a department column and a revenue amount column. This setup matters because both Sumifs and Averageifs rely on matching criteria across ranges. When your data is clearly laid out, the formulas become much easier to write and easier to check. First, label the headers. In cell A1, type department. Then in cell B1, type revenue amount. Take a moment to make sure the labels are spelled exactly how you want them. Headers are not required for the formulas themselves, but they make the spreadsheet much more readable, especially when you come back later. Next, fill in the data rows. You will place department names in cells A2 through A10. Then you will enter the matching revenue numbers in cells B2 through B10. As you enter these values, keep the rows aligned. The department in A2 should match the revenue in B2, and the department in A3 should match the revenue in B3. This alignment is essential because the formulas will compare the department range to your condition and then add or average the revenue range in the same positions. Now that the table is filled, we are ready to calculate a conditional total using Sumifs. Look at cell B11, which is directly below your revenue data area. This is where the result of the conditional sum will go. Click cell B11 and then type this formula exactly. =Sumifs B2 B10 A2 A10 sales B2 B10 6,000, then press enter on your keyboard. When you press enter, Excel calculates the sum of revenue amounts that meet both criteria at the same time. The first criterion checks the department range A2 to A10 for the text sales. The second criterion checks the revenue amount range B2 to B10 for values greater than 6,000. Because Sumifs uses both conditions together, only the rows that satisfy sales and also have revenue over 6,000 are included in the total. After you confirm the value appears in B11, we will compute the conditional average using Averageifs. This helps you see the average revenue for the same filtered group rather than the total. Conditional averages are useful when you want to understand typical performance instead of just the combined result. Click cell B12 next, since that cell is set aside for the conditional average output. In cell B12, type the following formula exactly. =Averageifs B2 B10 A2 A10 sales B2 B10 6,000. Then press enter on your keyboard. Once Excel runs the formula, it calculates the average of the revenue amounts that meet the same two conditions. It looks at rows where the department is sales and the revenue is greater than 6,000. Then it averages only those revenue values. If you compare the result in B12 with the result in B11, you can interpret them as two different views of the same filtered subset. B11 shows the conditional total, and B12 shows the conditional average. At this point, take a quick second to verify your understanding. Your data range is B2 through B10. Your department criteria range is A2 through A10, and both criteria are applied together. Because the criteria are embedded directly inside the formula, you can change the department name or the revenue threshold later, and the results will update automatically. And that covers everything you need to know. That is all there is to it.